Welcome back to LCP Digital Learning, and I have a question for you. If what you just saw happen to you, how would you feel? Would you panic because everything that you've saved is on your computer, and if your computer breaks, it's gone? Or would you be calm about it because you knew that everything that you have is in Google Drive, no big deal, the computer breaks, we can get it fixed, or we can replace it with a new one, but all of my important information is saved in the cloud? I'm hoping you're someone that saves in the cloud, but if you're not, let's work on that right now. So as you will see right here, I've put some icons on my desktop, and I'm guessing a lot of you guys look like this, maybe even more icons all over the desktop. Now, two problems with that. Number one, like we talked about, if your computer breaks, you pour Coke all over it on accident and it's gone, it's fried, everything that's on my computer that's not in Google Drive is gone forever. Okay? Number two, when I pull up my computer screen, if it has icons all over it for the kids to see, that's very distracting. And I'm not setting a good example for my kids for organization of work style. So I want to make sure that I'm organized, that I have everything I need in an organized place. That way my kids can follow that example. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up Google. Okay? I'm in Google Drive. Now the first thing I always like to do when I'm organizing my Google Drive is have a master folder. So I'm going to do New Folder, and I'm going to title this LCISD 1819. Okay, this is what I'm going to put everything from this school year in. So I'm going to create that. So now that I have that master folder, I can nest folders within that. So I'm going to open up LCISD 1819. Right now it's empty. So I might want to go to a new folder, and maybe I teach ELAR. So I'm going to do ELAR. Okay, maybe I also teach social studies. Create that. Maybe I also want some folder for anything that's for testing. Okay. Maybe I want to do a folder for trainings. That way anything I get from trainings, I can copy those into there. So I can just keep going. Now within those folders, I could add some more folders, maybe kids' names, maybe different subjects I'm teaching within that subject, stuff like that. So I can nest folders within folders. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this right side and I'm just going to drag this over so that's a little bit smaller. That way I can see my icons on the right-hand side. So for example, maybe this little video I have right here, that's something I got in a training. So all I need to do is just take it, drag it over to the training. Do you see how it says where I'm dropping it in training? When I let go, it's going to import that into that folder. Okay. Now, once I've imported that, it's in Google Drive. I'm going to delete it. Okay. Now maybe I want to go inside of testing, and I know that this is for testing, and this is for testing, and this is for testing. So I just drag and drop those over into that folder. So now those are in Google Drive. I'm going to go ahead and delete those. Now these last three items, I know those are things that need to go into social studies. So I'm going to go into my social studies folder, highlight these three, drag, drop it into Google Drive. So it's as easy as just drag and drop, drag and drop. Once those have uploaded, I'm going to go ahead and throw those away. All right, so now I have a desktop that is empty. It doesn't have any sort of icons. Now, I have pretty flashy backgrounds on my desktop because it's entertaining to me. If I was a classroom teacher who projected from my computer a lot, I'd probably have a more neutral background. That way it's not distracting to the kids when we're working. Now, something else that let's talk about. Okay, so once I'm in my Google Drive, I'm also going to have all these different folders that get kind of confusing on where I want to put them. And people give them to me, I don't know where they are, things like that. So a couple things I want you to look in. Number one, shared with me. Okay, this is stuff that's been shared with me. And if I want to save this within my Google Drive, I'm going to right click on this and I'm going to say add to my drive. Okay, now when I add to my drive, I'm going to press organize. Now this is where I can now find that folder, LCISD. This is something that was for training, so I'm actually going to put this in the training folders, and then I'm going to move it into my training folder. So now that item that was shared with me is now within my own Google Drive, okay? Or if you have some other folders you want to move around, you can either take it, drag it to where you want it, or right-click on that folder, move to, and then I can just search within my Google Drive, press this little arrow to go inside a folder. Maybe I want that to be in ELAR, and then I would move it there. So this allows me to really quickly just start moving things around. This will take a little bit of work in the front loading, but once you've organized your Google Drive, you're going to be so much quicker at finding things. And you've got this beautiful desktop that's not distracting to your kids, and if your computer breaks, you're not left losing all of your precious documents and things that you're using. So I hope that quick tip was helpful. Let's get organizing our desktops.
If you found this video helpful, make sure and hit that like button.
To make sure you get more videos like this, be sure to click right here to subscribe and to click the bell to make sure you get notifications.
If you'd like to submit a topic or concept for future videos, there's a link in the description down below.
And if you're looking for more digital learning tips and tricks, make sure to follow us on Twitter.